The scariest part about tutorial hell is that you feel like you get better every day, while your skills barely move. There is a name for this feeling, and once you understand it, your eyes are finally going to be open to real learning. So you probably have the same story as me. You watch this random tutorial, the next day you try to open the game engine and you try to replicate the exact thing that you did in the tutorial. And then your mind is just completely blank. You can't remember a single thing. Even though when you watched the tutorial, you felt super productive, you felt like you understood every single thing about it, you still can't replicate it. Your brain just forget it. It's like you never understood it in the first place. And there's actually a very scientific and logical reason behind this. It's because watching tutorials and even following along tutorials is what we consider passive learning. And passive learning, it doesn't give us the understanding that we need to actually use the thing practically. What passive learning gives us is just the recognition. So recognition is basically when you're like following along and you can recognize that, okay, this line does this. You could probably explain that to me in the moment because the guy on YouTube just explained it to you. So it's in your like front of your brain. It's very easy for you to remember because you just did it. And sure, you can follow along just fine, but you never got real understanding from the thing. The only thing you did was to recognize the thing, but not understand it. And the thing with this passive learning, like watching tutorials, and the recognition that you get from it, is that it feels more productive than it actually is. It gives you what we call the illusion of competence. You feel like you are more productive than you actually are, like you are following along, and you think you're learning new things, but in reality, you aren't going to remember the things because you never actually used it practically, and you didn't gain the understanding from it. So you just feel like you are learning new things. You feel like you actually are able to use the things because you get the recognition from it, but you can't because you didn't gain the understanding. You can imagine like it's watching a cooking show. You can watch hours of cooking shows, but when you go to the kitchen, you try to like make the thing that you watched in the show, basically whatever you watch in the show. It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect just because you learned all these little like quick facts about making the thing. And that's because when you watch the cooking show, when you watch a tutorial, you didn't gain the real understanding, you only got the recognition. So to actually learn to use something practically, what we need to do is we actually need to do that thing. We need to struggle with the thing, and that's the only way we're actually going to understand it. So this was a very like scientific reason about this. This is like known things in research like recognition versus understanding, passive versus active learning, and this illusion of competence. You can also call it the illusion of progress, but this is like very research, like nerdy things about learning. But there is also a very like primal reason for this. That's not like super scientific. And that's simply going to be that your brain just loves easy things. It doesn't just love easy things, it loves easy things that feels productive. It feels good. Because when we are productive, obviously we get this feel-good hormone in our brain called dopamine. Since you are like tricking yourself into thinking that you are actually productive, while actually watching a tutorial and like following along, even writing the code on your screen, it doesn't require anything of your brain. You don't like, it doesn't require much energy of you to just follow along these and just watch it passively. It's not hard at all. You might feel like it's hard, but in reality, it's not hard at all. And what happens when you combine like something that's easy, feels good, / feels productive, obviously you are going to do it because your brain is going to love it. And when someone tells you otherwise, you might just block it out because it feels so easy and it feels so good. But if you actually want to learn game development, then you're going to listen to this entire video and apply the things that I'm going to tell you. Like when I say that you're just going to shove it away, like a lot of you guys, it's because I personally did this. I knew what tutorial hell was all about. I knew, and I think a lot of you guys can relate to this as well. Like you know what it is, but your brain is like shoving it away because it feels so easy and feels so productive, and you don't know what else to do. You think that, well, tutorials is the only way to learn. So, well, how do I get out of tutorial hell? I don't know. And I was personally just like you. I just shoved it away because it felt so good to just watch tutorials, and it was just super easy. So now we can finally talk about the method that's actually going to teach you game development, finally. But I would just want to tell you first, if you want to escape tutorial hell and finally release your first game within only 60 days, then SmartIndie gives you the exact step-by-step plan to do exactly that. And if you don't release within 60 days, I will personally coach you for free until you release. So it takes all the risk away from you. But either way, I'm just going to tell you the most important concepts so you can start learning today. So right now we talked about this passive learning that tutorials is, but there is this other thing that's called active learning. And active learning and passive learning, two completely different things in learning. They are basically these two types. So to actually learn game development the right way, you guessed it, what we need to do is going to be active learning. And to apply active learning into game development, I found that the struggle, build, and repeat framework works the best. This is the framework that I made, and it's centered around escaping tutorial hell and finally releasing your first game. So in the name, struggle, build, repeat. What do I mean by the struggle? Well, it's because to learn game development, especially like game development, there's no like wrong and right answer. It's not like learning a language where you can just remember the grammar rules, you can just remember the words. Game development is completely different. It's like 1,000 different fields, 1,000 different problems, 1,000 or like millions of opportunities that you can do. We can't just do the easy thing. We can't just try to remember everything. What we need to do is we need to struggle with the things so that we can actually understand the code and we can understand the problem solving skill, because that's a skill in its own. To learn game development, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like learning languages where we can just remember something. That's not how it's going to work. So to learn game development, what we need to do is that we need to treat it like the same way we learn math. And we didn't learn math by just listening to the teacher. That's maybe like 10% of what we remember today, or maybe not at all anything. But we learn math by actually doing problems, solving problems, and struggling with the thing. You can learn math if the only thing you do was like easy math problems. We need to struggle with the thing to actually learn it. And that applies to game development so well. And now you might be asking, what's going to be hard in game development? Well, let me tell you, just two words: restrict information. If you restrict your information on purpose, just restrict it. Don't use AI, don't use Google, don't use tutorials before you actually struggle with the thing. Then you're going to learn so much faster. What I wanted to do is just go into the game engine. I wanted to just experiment, start guessing with the things, try just figuring out, like you have no internet, you just need to figure this thing out. Just guess, tweak, break things around the code, and that's going to be the way that you're going to learn. So preferably right now you remember like a few lines of code. You might not like understand what they do, how to apply them, but at least if you remember some lines of code, what I wanted to do like step by step. First, I wanted to paste it into your game engine. If you can't like find any lines of code, then just Google like a simple mechanic. Then I wanted to apply the things that we talked about: experiment, guess, break, and tweak things around that. And when you try to guess and expand on it for more like 10-20 minutes and you can't figure the solution out, what I wanted to do is just go on Google, not that ask AI, don't use tutorials, use Google, because that's going to be like the hardest thing you can do while still getting the solution. So Google the specific solution and implementation that you tried to guess with, and just implement that and move on. So that's going to be the loop that I want to be in here. When you make like a few mechanics, you just experiment for a few days. Then you can start making prototypes that you can use in your first game. But as I said, if you want the entire process laid out step by step for you, then you can join SmartIndie with the first link in the description, and you'll release your first game within only 2 months. That's completely guaranteed. Either way, hope this video helped you a ton, and thank you so much for watching.